everyone with the sunshine. And Bryson says, "What's up, Ron? What's up, Chris? What's up, everybody? Happy Hump Day Wednesday."
Yes.
I almost had a joke, but I'm gonna keep moving on.
Okay.
Okay, let's move it on. Gotta keep it G-rated. Never, right? Not in this community.
We're keeping it Gwendolyn rated.
Gwendolyn is our. Did you see that? The G-rated.
Yeah, that's why I said Gwendolyn rated.
The dump.
Come on, Ron, keep up.
Keep it up. Okay, here we go. Golden is in the building.
Letta.
Good morning. Laity, right? Laity. She says,
Letta.
Good morning. Why do I keep saying her name wrong? Letta.
Thank you.
Is Letta?
Yes.
I'm saying it wrong all the time. Forgive me.
It's all right. I think now you'll get it.
Now I have it. I've been corrected. Yeah. Letta Golden is in the building. She said 9, 2, 5, 8. She says, morning, Ron and Chris. And pre-summertime, says Bryson. And she says, hi, G. And then we got the Elise says, good morning, G. And hi, Elise. And also going on more. Good morning, Bryson. And then Bryson also adds to the mix here. He says, we got a lot of things to talk about because Jill Zarin, she's recently announced for
Real Housewives of New York.
And she's been kicked off, right?
She was fired. She was fired.
Excuse me. She was fired yesterday.
Yep.
Reunion called The Golden Life, and just now she got fired from E Entertainment. That's what happens when you have a white racist rant. That's what's supposed to happen. You see? Now, the orange man did this from the White House with his racist bigotry, and he's still working. But the rest of us don't allow this. Most of us, we would never allow that moron to be in any of our job places. Just saying. But look, she got fired, and she wasn't even really getting paid. I mean, she was getting paid something, but she's gone.
Well, it was her idea, wasn't it?
She's the one that came and said,
yeah.
No, you think did she resign?
No, I mean, no, they fired her. I mean,
they fired her.
It was her creative idea, but she didn't own it. So they were like, yeah, that's a no for us.
Goodbye.
You are what she did.
There are not enough white people. We're the white people.
They were in the sugar.
Yeah.
They were there.
They were there. They were on
Lady
the
Gaga
was
there.
They were in the audience. Lady Gaga is white,
Some
right?
She's
a white. She's a Caucasian
woman.
She's a
dumb racist white woman. Let's just move on from it.
Yes, that Jill. She got it. She had it coming for her. And it went viral. It went viral.
I mean, she ranted for 5 minutes. I mean,
yes.
What do you expect, girl?
And at the end, where were the white people?
Next.
Well, the white people fired you.
Next. Let's move on.
The white people fired her. See? Nah. It's just too funny to me. So we got Kimmy's in the building. She says, good morning. There we go. Hi, everyone. There we go. She says, hi, everyone. And hey, Jazzy, I see you in here. What's up? Thanks for having my back, G. I forgive you, Ron. Thank you. I accept your forgiveness. And good morning. So from I am Miss Reese. She's in the building. She says, good morning. And Bryson has more to say. Talking about Bad Bunny halftime show, she shouldn't have listened to her boyfriend. She should have listened to her boyfriend and her daughter. Don't know that part of the story. And Ken says, good morning. And nope, this is not Samuel L. Jackson. This is Ron Foster.
You're the stunt double.
Did you see that? Is that Samuel L. Jackson? No, it is Ron Foster.
He's the stunt double.
Foster as an Australian beer. Foster. Okay, anyway. Sorry.
Ron got up on the good side of the bed today.
And Bryson says, by the way, them MAGA folks was unhinged and losing their damn minds. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Oh, you want to talk about it now? No, talk about it. We got
might as well.
Yeah,
can
we right in the moment.
What the fuck is Congress doing? They can't talk about Epstein. They can't talk about passing bills, extending funding for the government, but yet still they want to go and open an investigation on Bad Bunny, on CBS, NBC, and the NFL because his language was lewd. Even though all of them said they didn't understand what he was saying, but all of a sudden now they understand that he was doing
How
lewd.
do they know
he was saying lewd things. They were dancing lewd, and they were suscepting children to this
it was
type of behavior.
The most exposed moment since Janet Jackson's exposure.
Wait. I got one word for them, and I'm not touching myself. All y'all can go fuck yourselves. Probably one of the best Super Bowls, the cleanest and the most uplifting thing you can see on TV. For y'all to sit there and say, "Oh, listen, these little," never mind. I'm done.
Can I mean, like, I don't know how to even follow that, but let me. Okay, so here's my thought. I have never seen so many people talk about what they don't like, but then take all the time to watch it. I don't have that kind of.
Yes.
I don't understand. If you don't like the guy, why are you giving him the views? If you don't understand Spanish, although I could have sworn he said "God bless America," and
he
did, and talked about love over hate
in English, but whatever. But it's like, how are you giving something you hate so much attention? I don't get it. I only saw.
They were watching from Mar-a-Lago. The president, Lindsey Graham. They're on video watching.
They're all watching.
They were watching. And guess what? Okay, and they were not watching Kid Rock.
No.
I only saw one snip, and that was from Jimmy Kimmel's monologue.
Oh, it was like that's the best monologue.
That's the only way I saw any of that. I didn't even go searching for it because we don't care. It's like,
when you're not interested in something, you don't waste your time watching it.
But that's the problem. Table. I mean, let's be honest. Now, like I said before, I lived half of my life in Watch Heights. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. It is intoxicating. You want to be in that room. You wish you could wiggle and jiggle like that. You want to be there. That's why you watching. You want to be part of the cool kid club.
You want the hate
club.
The hate.
They're motivated by hate. You were like the fool that came in this little while ago. Oh, this is like the Wong Kong. Well,
we're not gonna talk about people who spell.
I'm like, dude, get out of here. Get out of here. I mean, people, but it's amazing. Trolls. People that have nothing better to do than go into other people's feeds and say negative stuff. What is wrong with these people? Again, why did you see? Let me put up Bryce.
Oh God, that's another bitch. I'm sorry to be calling people out their names, but that's another bitch. She is so unhinged.
Let
me tell you something. They need to put her ass in a straitjacket, okay? She is unhinged.
She was totally unhinged. Did you see her in some of the snippets? Anyway,
she's crazy.
That's Megyn Kelly losing her mind, Laura Loomer losing her mind, and everybody want to watch that dumb ass Kid Rock halftime show. That's embarrassing. But again, they couldn't have been watching his show if they were watching our show.
Right.
And that's the thing. Like, they commented because they were all watching it.
They were watching it.
Well, I didn't understand it, but let's investigate it. Investigate what? Because you're basura.
Yes. But they didn't understand Lamar last year, right? They didn't understand Lamar either. They remember when Lamar
didn't understand
English.
But like I said, there are lots of things that people don't understand, but they watch.
Yes.
But you want to say something about this? That show was amazing. Who cares about them? And he get a history
That
lesson
part.
on all of the what's America. That's why I told you all. I say the USA. We live in the USA. We don't just
Yes.
live in America. America is lots of places.
Yes.
Mexico
Yeah.
is in America.
And they were
That's-
all highlighted with the flags that he brought out there
Right.
on stage.
Every
To
one
say
of them.
that
He
this
did not
is
leave one
America.
out. He did not leave them out.
And he said the USA. Which is what I
Yes.
keep
Yeah.
saying. We still need to say where we live. We live in the USA. We don't just live in America. That's like the
Yes.
same thing I say about white when they talk about white people, Americans. No, they're white people. If I gotta be a black person, you gotta be a white person. They can't just be called American.
You're
I-
absolutely right.
Right. And I think we just have to start doing stuff like, early on. At one time, Ron was like, Americans. I said, tell you who you talking about. You're not talking about me. You're talking about white Americans.
White Americans, white Americans. And Kimmy says this though. Kimmy says, but you like the food, you like vacationing there.
That part.
Yeah. Somebody made a really funny point that while you're eating nachos and
Guacamole,
guacamole,
empanadas.
nachos and tacos, at the same time you watching it and then
As much as you hate others, you shouldn't be eating like the girls over at the IHIP. They said, don't eat any of the foods. Just stick to your diet. Don't eat tacos.
Stick to
don't
your
eat
unseasoned chicken.
Yes.
Your raw chicken. How about that? Just stick to that. Listen, I'm on Kings today, okay?
You are in conference call mode.
Yes.
Milk.
Yes.
I can feel the conference call vibe in this room.
Yes.
absolutely. It's the most ridiculous thing. And I don't know. I saw I guess I have to say her name, Candace Owen, talk about those numbers, and she said it was like 5,000 people. So I'm saying something about their numbers.
5,000 people.
She did a whole there's a whole clip out there where she was showing some information where she said they lied about their numbers. I don't know.
Yeah, they did.
What did they not
5,000
lie?
people watching Kid Rock.
Well,
5,000.
listen,
YouTube
from what I
do stuff
what I understand, like the viewership numbers were rigged because they had a lot of bots in the room. They paid people to come to the event because they were actually paying, they took out ads. They were paying people $200 and then giving them Kid Rock t-shirts to come and cheer.
No one showed
And
up.
No one showed up. Kid Rock was lip syncing and his voice didn't even match the lip sync. Okay, let's just start right there. As my husband says, when your lips don't match the lip sync, let's not play that.
And just like when they said, when they talked about the fact that how we always have to be cautious with how long Ron played music on here.
Yes.
They didn't have licenses, so they
didn't have licensing. What kind of they have proven over and over again, these MAGA fools, that they are the dumbest. They are dumber than a doorknob on a closet. I mean, they are just so stupid. Maybe the doorknob on the closet is smarter, but I mean, they're really dumb. I mean, this is not the first time they had licensing problems. Remember when the whole campaign and the Orange Man was doing the campaigns and people said, no, you can't use our music.
Well, there's a problem with the documentary too now.
Yes.
Yep.
They use somebody's music without permission.
Yeah.
Which one?
Melania.
Oh, good Lord. Whatever. Let's not talk about that, please.
I'm just saying they used somebody. That was something that came out. They used somebody's music without their permission.
That's not surprising. They don't know what they're doing. These people are the most clueless people on the face of God's green earth.
Stupid.
Okay.
That's what.
When you're used to like appropriating things and stealing stuff, your level of mediocrity shows up. We're gonna go ahead and call it. Go ahead and call it.
Like Michelle Obama.
And so I go back to, you want to be part of the cool crowd. You want to be part of that culture because you see that everybody's having a good time. You are the wallflower. You are the person who is the ultimate voyeur. You're like, well, what they doing over there? How come everybody, I don't understand how come. That's why you're here. That's why people, even on social media platforms all over in your chat, this is why you have trolls. You want to be at the cool kid table. Let's just
That
go ahead
part.
and call it.
Say
It's
it
okay to
again
be
louder,
jealous.
Gwendolyn.
You can take that jealousy and say, okay, how can I take this and make myself better? How can I learn there, and there? How can I do that shit? Right? Since
And
it's all about speaking
is-
English and you can't even fucking use it correctly.
The question,
Come on now.
the question, basic question still remains the same. You all have everything you said you wanted.
Everything. They got
But you
Project
still
20,
mad.
Project
Why y'all still
2025
upset?
executed. They got the Senate. They got the House. They have the
Supreme Court
presidency,
There's the
Supreme
plan for
Court.
the next 250
sheriff,
years.
police
Okay,
they
so
got
come on
everything.
now.
And they can't do shit.
And they still angry. What's wrong with these people?
Because they're haters. Haters are always gonna hate.
They
See, I
got
don't
it
know.
all.
I go back to, I don't think it's hate. I mean, you do hate what you are not sometimes. I don't. Like, I don't get jealous. Like, I don't have
Envy.
that kind of jealousy. I get motivated, inspired, but we're behind the 8 ball. I see it as you recognize just how whack you are. You're like, frack, how can I be? That's how I see it. Because you could figure out what you could do with your culture. Now, I've been to London. I don't understand fish and chips. I don't understand half of what they eat. But that's that. You could figure out what's great about your culture and like do something with it, but you choose not to because you're so used to stealing shit.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true.
Is
Yeah.
it true?
No
Is
lies
it
told
true?
here. No lies
No
told.
lies told. No
What,
lies.
what they
This
say?
day of Black
Facts
History
are
Month.
facts.
Facts and facts. Look, the best food in London is not made by people who are by everybody else. That's the best food.
Yes, right.
I
When you go
tried
to
it. I
London,
think that's the quote unquote fish and chip. Those are the worst things in the world. I was like, okay, so my son is like, well, we're gonna ride out to this East Indian place.
we're riding out to
We're
the
gonna
West
hang out with
Indian
all these
section.
places.
We
go
go
there
to
to
the
eat their
Jamaican side of town when we get to
Jamaicans,
London.
everything. We don't go to eat their food.
Get
But
your
they don't-
cocktails and whatnot. Whew.
And and it's because you know that you watch all the richness of what everyone else has and their joy, and you miserable. And then you have to realize, well, we got this. Well, first of all, a Black person played that music first.
Yes.
We didn't create that.
We
Your
didn't create the
president just went there-
banjo. We
Yeah,
didn't create the banjo. No, the banjos are our instrument. We know the banjo, but no, darlings, you did not invent
Right.
the banjo.
And your president gets up there and talk about all the things Americans invented, and it's all Black.
And they're all Black people. see what happens when you're not educated?
Yes,
You're
that's
after
true.
all the things and you don't even know who invented it.
Right.
I'm all the
You don't have
seats.
anything.
Bryson
You
says-
can't
Go ahead, I'm sorry, go
can't
ahead.
appreciate the beauty of, first of all, like the Black Bunny show period, the intergenerational pieces, the pieces
Yes.
that showed the diversity within the culture, that showed you every hue within that culture, that group of people, every one of them. And so you saw that. You saw things that I connected with. I played dominoes as a child.
Yes. Shoot,
That was
and
like-
this, New York
That's
City
not
is
slamming those doubles down.
yes,
Show
New York City is every person learns dominoes, and if you have Spanish friends of any
Absolutely.
background, you will learn dominoes. I mean, and then you want to crack that thing on the table like you mean it.
The thing was, we didn't have Spanish friends in Alabama. Alabama, you learned to play dominoes as a child.
Mm,
That was a part of our culture.
Mhm.
mm.
You had dominoes in your house. I have dominoes in my house right now.
Same here.
So do I.
Downstairs.
So do I.
I'm
Yeah.
taking them with me everywhere I go.
In Tuskegee, every house played dominoes.
See,
Every house. There were no Spanish people there.
yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true.
Yeah, but we played those dominoes.
I know in New York City though. I learned my dominoes from my Spanish friends. I mean, when I went to their houses, or you hung out and they were hanging outside in front with on the crates. It had the crate table. This is the New York scene, y'all. For those that don't know about New York, you go down to Washington Heights. you see the people hanging out, or you go to back in the day, you used to go to Williamsburg when it used to be mainly Spanish, and you would see the milk crates, the milk crates to the milk crates can create in a 4 crate and put a table, put the cardboard on it. Then you had the crates on the side making your chairs. That's how they did it. Welcome to New York back in the 70s and 80s. That's what
70s and 80s. Heck, I was in the 2000s.
Well, it still goes on now. That was how I grew up, but now it still goes on. You go to Washington Heights.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Who didn't want to slam a double?
Yes. Yes.
Hold on.
So here we go. Let's see.
I want to switch subjects.
Go ahead. No, hold on. Did we get everybody in? Did we get everyone in? Every day for me, not just every. Oh, someone said every day, love for me, not just Friday, February or Juneteenth. And outlaws. That means they love. I do believe Davy Lewis is saying he loves African history, Black American history. Okay. Also, we have in here Ron. I see Bryson said to check something. Yeah, we put that up also, Bryson. As Joy and Reed said that why y'all so angry? Y'all got the White House and all that stuff. We got that. We already said that, buddy. And also to say hello before we change over to a new subject. Mimi's in the building. She says, bless, greetings, Ron, Gwendolyn, Lee's, Chris, and RLP, Touch Base Daily family. And Jazzy says, we are all connected, and the sooner we realize that, the better off we are. The boat may have dropped you off at different places, but we are connected. And let the church say amen. Can we say that one more time for the kids in the back of the classroom? We are all connected, and the sooner I want to just get that out there. We realize that better off we are. The boat may have dropped you off at a different place.
Yep.
But we are connected.
There's one last comment, not about the Super Bowl, but the Americans. We have got to understand that the problem that we have is not other people, it's the fact that we don't take the time to learn another language. Yes. All of these countries, they have other languages. We sit here know only one thing, and then we're upset. And then you go to their countries and ask them to speak English. Why should they speak English?
Exactly.
That part.
But that's their biggest problem. Stop complaining and go learn something. Go use Duolingo. Find translator. Do something.
There you go.
Yeah.
I had this conversation this week already. I mentioned it.
Right.
The average person around the world knows 2 to 3 languages.
Yeah. At least.
Yeah.
At least. And and I mentioned earlier also during the week, if you live in South Africa, you will know 12.
That's crazy.
So anyway, moving right along. Go ahead, Chris. Next subject.
So listen, I think we should never ever be too far away from the Epstein files. And I want to just kind of highlight one person in particular. The U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick. He had been saying forever, he didn't know Epstein. He didn't go to his island. It has finally come out. He admitted in open testimony in front of Congress
yesterday
that yes, he's been to his island, and he actually even had his family there, his wife and his kids. Right. Let me tell you something. If that is not a cause for a further investigation into him and everybody else, I don't know what is.
But there are many, I won't say all, there are many people in this regime that are associated with the Epstein files.
Yep.
Bannon, all of them.
Steve Bannon is a big one. I'm not surprised at that at all.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Not a bit.
I mean,
but that's the problem. But with, like they said, you have them wanting to sweep it all under the rug.
Yes.
Like the guy is here with, I guess he's with the DOJ. You want to sweep that under the rug? No, you can't sweep that under the rug. And then now wants them to truly take those redactions off.
Yes.
And then and show all of these people, all your names popped it up.
Well, the thing that I'm loving also is
colleges, doctors all over the place.
You had 2 congressmen that went, I think it was yesterday or the day before, to go and review those documents. And within the 2 hours that they were there, they found 6 people that were redacted. They went on the Senate floor and said their names out loud. And because here's the thing, there's a rule that allows them to go on the on the floor of the Congress and actually say their names out loud to put it into record. They can't go to a media outlet and say those names. They can do it in Congress and get away with it, and then from there it can be disseminated. So I'm glad that they were able to do that, and they're going to actually go back and do it again.
Yeah, I don't usually like agreeing with Bober, but I did say Ghislaine Maxwell needs to go to a harsher prison. She needs to go to
absolutely. She should never be moved.
Like, she should never get out, and she needs to go back to a harsher prison. But she is in there. And her say, "Oh, I promise not to mention Trump." And all
to incriminate him.
Care. Bill Clinton don't care. Bill Clinton said, "Put me on the screen."
And he said, "Do it in public."
Yeah.
I know he wants to
both the Clintons.
Give me clemency, and I'll give you clemency. Girl, put you.
Girl, you've been convicted. You're in prison. Why should you get clemency for anything? We already know you're a liar.
And she sexually assaulted some of those women.
Yes, she was the monster. They called her the monster.
Right.
She did so much harm to those little girls, and I hate when they say those women. I know they're talking about present, but we need to put them back to where it was. Those little girls, 9 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old,
and can we
12 years old.
This is the only country that's not holding people accountable. Yes. Every other country around the world, when anyone is associated with them, they're getting fired, they're being removed, and they're even going after them. This country is the only place that is redacting these people's names and then protecting them. Let's call it, they're protecting them.
Because of how deep it runs and where they're sitting. You got them sitting in the White House. You got them working in our DOJ. You got them all over the place, right? You got them all over the place. You got these billionaires who are out there. You got Deep Chopra in the Epstein files.
May I also add that I believe it's also just part of the American culture. There is this very sickening, attraction to rape culture. We see it. It's not that there's never a place of accountability, and it goes as far as churches, where we have seen time and time again pastors, ministers sexually assaulting parishioners. We see it in the schools, and we even see it as how they talk about it. What did you wear? There's a lot of victim blaming there, right? It's never that these men attacked children and women. It is, well, so women were doing blah, blah, blah. It is part of the American culture. It goes as far back as we can, I don't know, 250 years? Right. It goes. So it's not just the people who are in certain powerful places. It is how we do stuff. It is how we teach our young men to approach women. They're property. You don't have to be a real man. You don't have to be respectful. You can be a dog and you can be disgusting. And if she still turns you down, you can attack her and nothing will happen to you.
Yeah. Right? Allegedly, we have someone on the Supreme Court. Right.
Yeah. I mean, we even see it in regards to some of the policies, how they're trying to get rid of the women are not seen as humans, right? We are seen as property still in this day and age. And so for us to even tear this down, I believe it's more than just who's in what spot. It is part of this country's
DNA.
It's how they operate.
Yes. Right. And also, if I may take it back to this Black History Month, people forget that after slavery was outlawed in America, technically speaking, that in the 1800s, the late 1800s, because there was no more slavery, they were the slave holders that gave away their slaves, or had their slaves kind of at the end of they're working on their farms. They were allowed to, sexually assault, or so we see SA on the platform here, SA, and create their new product, new product
because they couldn't get any more shipments.
They couldn't get any more shipments. So the slave owners impregnated their slaves so that they can have more slaves. Now you have to be a sick kind of mind to enslave your own offspring.
But that's why they made the law that you are, as if your mother was a slave.
Yes, right.
That's why that law existed.
Yes.
so that they could impregnate those women and create some more slave children who were their own children.
Yes.
And so they put that in place. So, oh yeah, as long as the mother was a slave, you're a slave.
Yeah.
And so,
and it was,
couldn't
I
really
mean,
more
you
shit
look
to
at the chart. I'll never forget when one of my historian teachers taught me, and he shows the graph how slavery comes in. You see the peak of slavery, and then you see it go down, and then you see this they call it the second wave of slavery, and this was all about breeding with the slave owners and their slave owner children to make more slaves. And it peaks. There's a long line. It is the history of, like Gwendolyn said, the history of this country. There's like I said, it cannot sustain itself. It cannot. It has. This country will pay for all of the blood that was shed, just like they said before the Civil War. And the blood was shed. We still have so much reckoning ahead.
Yeah, and I just want to keep reminding people of in Kentucky a couple of years ago when they tried to get that law in place where these men can marry 13-year-old girls.
I was going there, Ms. Elise. I was about to say they are still fighting for laws to marry children.
Right.
They're fighting for laws to marry children. The party of family values, their family value is to marry a child. So although I appreciate the files and all that being out there, that's just like the tip of this big iceberg when you have laws that they are actively fighting for. Let that sit with you for a second.
Yeah. They're actively fighting for
them. They're actively fighting for it.
The deplorables are deploring.
I see also Jazzy says Tennessee as well.
I heard that.
And Ramjet Play says it's coming soon. Praise God. And Kimmy Kim says I saw this today. Photo Ken. What Ken said?
El Paso Airport.
Yes, I did put a pin on that. And so we still are trying to figure out what's going on with that.
They never clarified it. They initially said they were closing the airspace around El Paso for 10 days.
For 10 days.
They have since reopened it.
Yeah.
The people in El Paso say they didn't know what it was about. And some people were like, well, maybe it's because they're trying to do something with Mexico. They don't know. But the people in El Paso to go, if they had flights, they had to go to Albuquerque or in other places to try to get out to their flights. But they reopened them, so they say. So we don't know what the imbeciles in the White House are doing.
Yeah, someone said they think it has something to do with the concentration camps, and they were saying that some of the congressmen were trying to go into these concentration camps. So to prevent them from coming in, they suspended the airspace. So
is that where they all are, or where are they?
There's a lot of them down here.
Yeah, Texas has a lot of concentration camps.
But are a lot of them in El Paso? Where's the one with the children in it?
Don't know. Anyone out there knows that? Please let us know.
Do you know where that one's located?
There is one there is one in. It's not too far from Arlington. It was like Dilley, Texas, I think it is, something like that. Okay. And then I know that they recently had a city council discussion with Hutchins, Texas, where they want to buy another piece of property to put up something. Tarrant County had theirs yesterday, but it was already decided they were going to put something somewhere out in the Fort Worth area. So, but prison is big business out here in Texas. We ain't got enough time for that today, Ron Foster. We ain't got enough time for that shit.
When she uses my full name, she's serious.
You don't have enough time for people down here snatching up land and snatching up people to get free labor. We don't have time for that talk today. I don't think people. I didn't bring any moonshine, anything really strong today for that shit. So no, not today. Not today.
Moving on.
Not today, Satan.
But if I may, real quick, and this is serious, right? So my sister-in-law told me yesterday that I need to get out of the house and go for a walk because I was just, seeing stars on the screen. And so I left and I walked back in the house because I was like, wait a minute, I don't have my ID. So I took my passport card, not my ID, just my passport card. And I'm walking around the park and I'm saying my prayers and I'm talking to the good Lord, and I just started crying because I got so bloody angry that at 50 years old, we should not be living in this state in the US. I should not be hearing about the multiple pieces of property being snatched up here in Tarrant County and other areas in Texas for concentration camps. I just got really angry. I was like, I need understanding and I need something because I don't know how much my nervous system can really take. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Right.
but it was good to get out, cry a little bit, sit outside and just sort of let nature talk to me. But this fight, this shit's real.
It's real. It's
real.
real.
And that's the thing you do. I mean, crying is how you can release that tension out of your body.
Yes, the best medicine.
That nervous system relax, because I still need my therapist to show me to
let it go,
to relax that fingers nerve. So otherwise, it'll take you out.
If you keep it in, it will consume you and everything around you.
Right, and
so
it won't be fair to the people around you.
That part,
then you irritated with anyone who says anything that seems slightly off. You gonna get somebody.
Yeah, someone's gonna get it. Go ahead, Chris.
Gwendolyn, I want to keep it on Texas a little bit because tell me if you heard this story. I'm gonna read a little bit about it too. Texas father murders his own daughter after she dissed Trump. Did you guys hear about that?
No.
No, I've been watching our governor threaten the kids for
I saw that part. That's crazy too.
Okay, so hold on. I'm gonna read this. So this happened in January. During this exchange, the woman's name was Lucy. Challenged her father, asking how he would feel if she was the girl in that situation that had been sexually assaulted. According to testimony, the father replied that he had other daughters and would not be upset that much. Now, he killed his own daughter before she was supposed to go back to the UK
because she was against
because she's against the orange man, and he's a Trump supporter.
Party of family values. Hey, look,
but it's a cult. You're gonna unalive your daughter because of your allegiance to the orange man,
and said it would have been okay if he had abused her.
Yeah,
that's how sick these people are. It's definitely a cult, and a part of
cult.
Understanding. I'll keep saying understanding that for some of the people, like you said, they still support it, because if they admit it, they'll have to admit they're in a cult. They have to admit that they're also monsters.
Yes.
Because if you continue to support a monster, they also have to hold themselves accountable for being wrong and making a serious mistake and putting a malignant narcissist in office and not caring about anything.
You know, it's so funny you would say that because last week I was on my way down to the city for an event, and I was in the cab, and my Uber driver, Lyft driver, and I start talking about just talk about the condition of the world, and then he says, out of nowhere, he says, I voted for him 3 times. I voted for him. He's from the Middle East. So I was like, excuse me. And so we had this conversation. I said, wait a minute. The first time wasn't an indicator to you of how bad this person was. Then I said, you voted for him a second time and you still didn't get it. And then you went for a third time. I said, dude, why are we having this conversation? I said, because you are one of the reasons why we are here. He said, I know, brother. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He said, my daughter. He was having a moment. He was having a real intoxication.
I hear it.
Getting everything out. And he was like, I said, dude, it's never too late. But I'm saying, you voted for this man 3 times.
You voted for this.
Yes.
You voted for what's happening. You are a monster. I would have definitely told him, do you understand that you're a monster?
Yeah.
I
had to get to my destination.
you are better than me.
Let me out. He's gonna put me out because I can get another Uber.
No,
I would walk.
And I'm gonna give you no star.
That part.
Not in the middle of the Hudson Parkway. No, there's nowhere to be
I
put
don't
out.
care. Nope, I get another Uber.
There's no stopping part.
I definitely would have given
there
him
are
0
people.
stars.
So while we're at this, I mean, because this has been a topic on several shows and platforms that has come up, in that there are a lot, not enough, but there are a great number of sorry Trump voters, and they are having a moment, and like Gwendolyn says, their regret or their ability to be able to admit that they were so awfully wrong, and they have to really think about who they are, that they didn't see it or what was wrong with them. Or so the conversation now is, do we let these people back into the fold?
Hell no.
No. You know, I saying this to my family for the last couple of weeks. I don't care less what you say and less what people tell me you said. I want to see what you're going to do.
Pretty much.
If you're showing up at those ballot boxes, making sure you get rid of these people, then we can talk. But if you just over here want me to pity you and feel because you want my sympathy now, when you gave me 0.
That
you
part.
gave me 0 sympathy.
Yeah.
You're not giving any sympathy to these children. Half of them didn't wake up until those 2 people got killed in Minnesota.
And
That
remember, they still don't mention the black guy that was killed along with them.
Absolutely.
They didn't wake up because you got over 4,000 children in concentration camps in Texas.
Yes.
They woke up because they thought, oh my God, it's getting closer to us.
Yes.
So we have to be realistic about that. You had women, you had the pussy hat people that came out that time and then ended up voting for him again.
Yes.
Don't tell me what they're gonna do. I don't care. I'm one of those people now. I tell people now, I said, one of the things I learned in the last few years is love. I love you is a wonderful phrase, but without action, it means nothing to me.
Absolutely.
Well, it is a universal law. Without
show people
action,
that it's real.
it's dead.
If these people are just talking and want your pity, I don't have time for pity parties. If you're gonna come out and do what, like where they're now in these areas where he won, they're now Democrats who are winning that seat. I want to see that keep happening.
Yes.
That's what I want to see. I want to see when all of the Republicans down here so upset about some of this other stuff they seeing in the files and stuff. I want to see when they start voting differently on some other things.
Yes.
When they start voting for the American people instead of against the American people, like stop playing around with this Save Act, where it could disenfranchise people like me and Gwendolyn, who, unless we take off our husband's last name off our names. Don't come to me with all of that crap. And the fact that they want to push it through there. So when some of these bills are signed around the Save Act, that it takes effect the day that it's signed, which could impact primaries.
About 21 million people.
I keep telling people,
right.
they said it's 23 point something million people who would be impacted if it went into effect the day it was signed, which means that, like I said, told you all from the beginning, this is about the primaries. Everybody keep on November. Yeah. They don't want you to get to November. They want to tear up the primaries.
Yes.
Yes.
We gotta be real focused on what the truth is. The truth is about disenfranchisement.
Yes.
Epstein, yes, keep rolling that out. Do what y'all got to do over there. But we got to stay focused on the stuff that's going to truly impact our lives. Those files aren't going to really impact your life unless they start holding them accountable and start putting people out of office. It's not going to help us. As long as they keep, the DOJ keeps saying, oh, it's just a party. As long as they keep saying crap like that, we got to focus on what we can do and what people can do. And until these people who are whining and crying because they all embarrassed and mad about all kinds of stuff start showing up, and these Republicans, like I said, I won't believe that they're good Republicans on Capitol Hill until they start voting for us, the people of this United States, and stop voting to I'm scared of MAGA. No, you need to be scared of me.
That part.
In the whole Senate race, I keep hearing, we may win some Senate races. You can win all of them if you decide to get out there and vote.
Yeah,
it's a wide election. There's nothing that keeps you from flipping all those Senate seats.
That's right. I mean, we need that Senate to be 60% Democrat.
For the million black people in Texas who didn't vote the last time, get off your black behinds and vote.
Yeah.
Sick of you. Don't complain if you didn't vote. Don't
You
call.
know, speaking of that, I mean, you bring me back to we were as a family here, we were watching Michelle Obama's documentary Becoming. And when she gets to the point where she's crossing, you can tell she's crossing the Brooklyn Bridge or one here in New York, and she says the trauma, her trauma, is that people did not vote. Her trauma is that all that her husband and that administration did for the people of this country, and she said our people did not vote.
In 2010. They didn't vote, and he told them you all.
He said you need to vote so we can keep this legislation going.
Right.
And no one showed up.
They didn't show up. No, don't say that.
Yeah, not no one, but you know, a lot of folks didn't show up. We showed up.
Complacent.
Yeah, if you never had to fight for something, then you don't. It's kind of like if you're not the person that has to go out and find the food, then you don't really ask how the food gets to the table. Just like, where's the food? Like nothing's here because you never have to go out and hunt for anything. So if you've never had to fight for something and you've lived a life of privilege, and we all have privilege, like we have to recognize that, right? Like every single one of us, if you have access to something, you've got some privilege. Now, I don't have the privilege that Susie Q may have, where she can act like I've never seen a cop ever do anything wrong. I don't have that kind of privilege, but we all have some privilege, right? So if you have that, then, and you've always experienced a life where nothing was ever held against you, you were never put in a place of feeling unsafe, then you walk around like, oh, this wheel would just keep turning because someone's driving this bus. Well, no one's driving the bus. You took your foot off the gas and now we just stop. And you forgot why it is that you had to be active in your community. Now, if I may say this goes back to education. I remember in elementary school, we were taking Spanish classes like 3rd and 4th grade, 5th grade.
We used to, yes.
Because the idea was for U.S. children to compete on an international level. Well, through that, like we're not even talking about that shit anymore. We're like, no, you know, your 10 commandments, that's about all we're going here, right? Because whatever. So we're not even competing on an international level. Like that's not where we are. But if you think about what needs to happen, we went from really talking about competing and reading, and we've moved everything to taking a test. And we have done extremely wonderful job in telling people how their vote doesn't matter. You use very strategic voices that say, well, if you're a real New Yorker, you don't vote. Right. So you have people telling folks, what's the point of that? It's a lesser.
They're all the same.
Evil. There's no need to get involved. And now you have this. This is where we are. And so I go back to, it takes us to get out there to say, hey, you got to use your voice. Yes. Now, again, I'm watching these young people out here protesting, whether they're doing it because they have been impacted by ICE, their loved ones have been impacted, or they just want to skip school. That's their right. They can do whatever they want to do. And they are getting a civic lesson 101 that you got somebody who's like, well, if you walk out, I'm going to have them arrest you. We're going to take away funding. You have adults trying to block them from leaving a classroom. I'm sorry, what? That's not your spot, kid. These kids can go protest. That's their right. So they are getting a lesson on, okay, if we don't get activated, what does the world look like for me? And we're not talking like years. We're talking like months from now.
Yeah. And as an educator, as a teacher, you have to realize that if you block that door, you're not blocking it because you care about your students. You're blocking it because you care about your paycheck. That has nothing to do with your children or your politics. You know, depending on where it is, you care about your politics. Because I'm the one that my kids, I would lead my kids out of the room. Come on, let's go. We're gonna get locked up together because they need to understand that. And your option is you see a man attack children. Yes. This Mr. Hot Wheels. Attack children. Get out of his car to attack a child.
Yes.
Say, oh no, that's not happening. We're gonna take care. We're gonna come to your aid. Then you want to arrest the children and not the adult who got out of the car to attack a child.
Yes.
Talk about
assault
insanity.
A child.
You have to again
to assault a child.
The mindset.
Right.
The hatred towards children.
The privilege.
Right. Well, children and women have been seen as property. Remember,
women and children.
Right. And
I
that
mean,
whole
again,
right
you know, from the work, the work laws they're trying to push to allow children to work
and put an
again.
education under the Department of Labor.
Yes.
Mhm.
That, yeah.
Department of Labor, and saying that, you know, when you look at children, black and brown children, one of the schools they can go to where they can look at the color is the military, military
Yes.
side. And all the public school children have to take military exams.
Yes.
All of that's about what they're trying to do with our children. And but when you have a person like that governor in Texas,
Ooh, Abbott. Ooh, that man.
He's a
who rolling around miserable and creating misery and just don't care anything about children. Yeah, we have people up here fighting now with the people, the senators and stuff on Capitol Hill, because they want to take as our money, DC, mess with DC in, so that we can't feed our children. They can't get the SNAP benefits they need.
Yes.
These people are horrible. They don't care
They're
about
monsters.
children. They don't care
They're
about
monsters.
women. They're all monsters. The women who are complicit in it and who participate in it, because they are participating in it, because they're voting with these people as well, are trash. As I said, basura.
They're monsters.
Speaking of governors, you guys heard that the governors that their annual conference, their gathering in Washington was canceled. And then
it was canceled?
Oh yeah.
From what because they uninvited a lot of the Democratic governors, and all of them
no.
came to,
they only that was
for the dinner. That was for the dinner.
Oh, the dinner. Okay, gotcha.
Right, that was the dinner. That was for the dinner.
They uninvited
one black governor. Right.
It was two of them they uninvited. I think it was it not Pennsylvania? Tag. I gotta remember right now, but it was two.
So it was definitely West on the dinner.
Yeah, West was one.
Yeah, West was one that, and so I was glad to see, because that's what I was hoping. I said, and then I kept making comments on everybody who posted about it. All of the governors need to say we're not coming.
Yes. That's right. We're not coming.
This is on NPR. The National Governors Association said it will no longer hold a formal meeting with Trump when governors are scheduled to convene in Washington later this month. So they will not be getting together.
You guys stand together.
Yeah.
But you know, then you have to wonder which one's gonna see him separately. I'm sure those wheels gonna be rolling on over there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Jazzy says Colorado and Maryland.
Hopefully they'll remove the rant for him.
Yeah. As Dr. Tachi said, like to say, this Satan will be there.
Yeah. Satan on wheels. Okay,
I'm
guys.
talking about this Satan.
Let me get you guys out of here. And let me just go to a couple of announcements and we're out of here. Again, you want to continue this conversation? You can put this in the conversation in our community chapter here. And also, if you want to join the email list, just go to ronlewisphotos.com. And if you're looking for a photographer, I'll be back in these city streets after June. And so you want to do some event photography and you need that thing reserved and captured, reach out to me. Also, again, thank you, Patreon members. Your support helps us create amazing content. And again, if you are in these streets, make sure you hit the likes, make sure you hit the subscribe. And we welcome you into the community. Thank you so much. Okay, any last words for these wonderful folks that are on the screen with me? Let me pop this off here. Everyone gets that word.
I would like to say, if you have not, take the time to go read the SAVE Act. Make whatever message, make whatever call you have to make, but then also look into the MEGA Act, which wants to get rid of mail-in voting and a whole bunch of other things. Look at both of those. They are coming for us in all the ways possible.
Yeah.
And when Gwendolyn mentioned the mail-in piece, also pay attention to the videos and research have been and communications that the post office workers have been relaying on how they're slowing down the work and not allowing them to work overtime to make sure mail gets out. That's all. And we said this over a year ago that they were coming for mail-in ballots. We said that. So yes, all of those things we have attention to, because
just be aware, Pam Bondi is currently right now sitting in front of Congress testifying about her leadership for DOJ.
Lack of, but
that part.
Yeah, the lack of leadership. That's
another
story for another time. And so,
And
and
Gwendolyn
also
said something
tomorrow. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. Go ahead.
Gwendolyn said something about our privilege earlier. The
Yes.
four of us on this right now, and some of the ones in the comments, we have our passport. 50% of Americans do not.
Yes.
Read the Save Act and see what they're talking about as for
Mhm.
identification. And I tell people, it takes more to get your real ID, because in my
Yes.
I had to show them my passport. to
Yes.
get
Yeah.
Yes.
passport. So, just saying, we got to make sure we look out for everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So make sure, again, know your primaries, be involved, continue to hit the streets, hit the computer, reach out, connect on whatever means necessary that you have available to you and that you're capable of doing. And every one of us is going to do this differently, but at least we all have the same aim. And that is to get these people out of office. Also to make sure that all of our people, every American, we the people, are out voting for democracy.
Right.
Not just voting, but voting for democracy. Okay, guys, thank you so much for a great day.
Reminder for tomorrow, Ron.
Oh, tomorrow. Yes, right. I'm going to say tomorrow I will not be on because the tax man calleth. So I will be busy with that tomorrow. So we'll be back again on Friday. Okay. And this is it in New York City area. I'm heading away overseas.
It's gonna be
Anyway.
wonderful
It's gonna be wonderful. I can't wait to
And
share the
warmer.
world with you all. Okay.
and warmer.
Yes. And warmer. Cannot wait to get to Portugal. It's going to be so much warmer. Okay, guys, take care. Sorry. I wanted to say, let me just go through some of these real quick. Hey, look who's in the building. Rosemary's in the building. Hey, Rosemary, I didn't see you walk in. Hello, everyone, she says. And get see it. And okay, good, go. Good to see. Thank you, Jazzy. Craziest of times. Blah, blah, blah. And everyone. And now I got everybody on the screen. And I see the love. Okay, we're out of here. Guys, thank you so much. I'm going to put these people out of their misery. Goodbye, guys. And we're out of here, guys. Thank you so much.